ready to get stretched out. All right, stand nice and tall. Get your arms up, reach for the ceiling, wiggle your fingers. Tippy toes. Stand on your high heels, try and keep your balance. Do your best. Okay, and flat feet. And now I want you to take one hand, reach back, touch your shoulder. Use your other hand to grab your elbow and get a good stretch in your shoulder right here. This is what it should look like. Both arms should be behind your head. Okay, shake it out. Other side. Reach for your shoulder. Grab your elbow and pull. Shake it out. Arm across your chest. Now this arm is reaching as far as it can, and then this one comes up by the elbow and helps it stretch even farther. Shake it out, and other side. Reach as far as you can. Helper arm comes up and stretch it out. Good job. Okay, so now we're going to reach for our toes. Now reach as far as you can. If this is how far you can reach and you've been growing a lot and you're not flexible, that's okay. If you can reach here, then reach there. I want your legs to stand nice and tall and you reach as far as you can. So I can reach my feet, so I'm going to go ahead and reach all the way down there. But if this is where you are, then that's fine. Just every day try and get a little bit more of a stretch. Okay, now step your feet apart. Reach over to one leg. Same thing, try and keep your legs straight and then just reach as far as you can and every time a little bit farther. So you should be just a little uncomfortable but not hurting. Now walk it over to the other side. Reach for that leg. All right, back in the middle. Roll it up nice and slow. Okay, now we're going to keep our feet a little space apart like this, like shoulder width apart. We're going to put our arms out to the side. We're going to reach across. I'm going to take my hand and I'm going to reach for my opposite foot. So here I go. Reach across and up. Across and up. There we go. Across, up, across, up. Let's do two more. Across, up, across, up. Good job. Okay, so let's go ahead and sit on our bottoms now. Butterfly position. Butterfly is like this. I'm going to bring the bottom of my feet together. I'm going to grab them with my hands and pull them close into my body. I'm going to use my elbows to push my knees down. Now some of you guys are so flexible, your knees just fall right to the floor, and that's great. But I am not that flexible, so I have to use my elbows to push my knees down, and then I can feel my hips opening up. Good job. Okay, let's make a space in our legs now, spread them apart, and walk it forward. Reach as far as you can here. And walk it over to one leg. So if this is where you're comfortable, then stretch here for a second. Now I want you to walk it out a tiny bit more, just so you can feel that stretch in the back of your leg. It should just start to feel uncomfortable. And walk it over to the other side. And a little bit farther. And a little bit farther. Okay, let's sit on our base. This is my base. My feet are tucked under my bottom. My knees are wide. I'm going to sit nice and tall. Now I'm going to look up. And down. We're stretching our necks now. So my back is nice and straight and only my face is looking down. Now look at me. Head to one side. And switch. Circle your head one way. Switch. Okay, so let's go ahead and now we're going to go through our positions. We have base, Make sure that you have a space between your knees. Your feet are tucked under your bottom. This is what I never ever want to see. I don't ever want to see your foot hanging out on the side over here, okay? Now, I actually had a student recently almost hurt their leg doing this. So someone went to push them and they couldn't roll over. They started to feel the pain in their leg because they can't roll over their foot. So that's why we have to keep our foot tucked under our bottom so that if I get pushed, I can just fall back and I'll be fine. Okay. All right, so I have a good base, I have good posture, meaning that my back is straight and strong. I have resistance. If someone tries to push me, I'm not just gonna fall down, I'm gonna push back into them. So I'm staying here. This is our good base. Okay, now let's get tall. When we're tall, we wanna have our active feet. My toes are turned under so that I can lean back into them. I can drive forward, okay? And I still have my good posture. Base. Get tall. Now kickstand. Pop out that kickstand. So now I have my knee, my toes back here, and my foot over here, my kickstand. Okay, we use this position for knee on belly, for inside knee pass, for lots of things. I want to be able to balance here. Now show me your movement. Show me how you can move in this position without falling down. There we go. Lean into your knee, lean into your toes, lean into this foot over here. Good job. And base. Now turtle. Now I want everyone's turtle to be really good like mine. I bring my elbows inside my knees. I use my hands on the side of my head. My feet are under my bottom. All of my spaces are closed. Base. Get tall. Kickstand on the other side. And movement. Let's see your movement. We want to be able to do a good strong kickstand on either side. Good job. All right, now let's see T-Rex. Here's my T-Rex or my fight stance. I have always a space between my feet. I always have a bend in my legs. My arms are up here like T-Rex arms. They're not out here like woo-woo arms. They're ready to grab, but my elbows are in close to my body. There we go. Now let's see. How does a T-Rex move? He shuffles, that's right. Step and slide, step and slide. I'm not hopping, I'm not jumping. Nice and smooth. Step and slide. The other thing is I'm not bringing my feet together. This is no good, and I'm not especially crossing my feet. Step and slide. So now you can move around in your living room. Go backwards, go forward, lead with either leg. All right, ready, and base. Get tall, kickstand, T-Rex, quick feet, base, turtle, get tall, kickstand, T-Rex, quick feet, freeze, base, get up, base, turn, T-Rex, quick feet, and freeze. Now we're gonna do our sprawls. Okay, I wanna make sure that everyone is doing their sprawls properly. I'm here in my fight stance or my T-Rex. When I say sprawl, first you're gonna touch with your hands, and then you're gonna touch with your hips. Here are my hips. Imagine Batman has a cool belt, right? This is right where his belt is. That's where our hips are. All right, so I'm gonna touch with my hands, and then I'm gonna touch with my hips. So my legs are gonna throw back, and my hips are gonna be all the way down to the mat, and my arms are nice and tall, my chest is nice and tall. You can have the choice with your feet, whether you have active toes or you have flat toes. Either one's fine. Pop up. Let's do one more slow one. I'll show you from the front. Hands, hips, nice and tall, and pop up. Okay, T-Rex, quick feet, sprawl, pop up, quick feet, run fast like an ice cream man is outside, and sprawl, pop up, and sprawl. Pop up. Let's do two more. Ready, and sprawl, and pop it. Okay, now we're gonna do back falls. In your T-Rex, what's our number one thing that we protect? That's right, our head. Okay, number two, our arms. We don't wanna say, oh, I'm falling, and we stick our arms out, and we break our arm, or we hurt our wrist, all bad. Okay, so you're here in your T-Rex, you tuck your chin, and you keep your arms way out here. I'm gonna sit in my invisible chair, all the way down, and I do a big slap as I come down, like I'm high-fiving the floor. And then I can come up, and here's my trick for coming up. I tuck one leg back, I lean forward, I can step up with one leg, okay? Let's see it from the side. T-Rex, tuck your chin, arms out, invisible chair, big slap, come up with one leg, okay? T-Rex, now quick feet, back fall, come up, quick feet, back fall, come up, quick feet, back fall. We're gonna do one more, come up, quick feet, quick feet, quick feet, and back fall. Good, now stay on your bottom. We're gonna sit in our open guard. Notice that my elbows are inside. I don't have chicken wings, this is no good. My elbows are inside with my little T-Rex arms. My knees are on the outside, okay? Now, we're gonna do the floor is lava. I'm gonna pick up my feet, and I'm gonna hold them for 10. This looks like I'm not working, but all my core muscles, all my tummy is working to keep my legs off the ground. Now you guys help me count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. This might be easy for you guys because you've come to my class a bunch of times and you already know how to do this, but for some people it's really difficult. So if you need to set your feet down for a second, that's okay. Now we're gonna do it again, but this time we're gonna touch our feet. I'm gonna come in with my hand and touch my opposite foot. So here I'm using my hip to move my leg, and I'm coming through with my arm, so I'm gonna feel it also in my stomach or in my core. And then I'm gonna touch on the opposite side. And I want you to work on keeping your feet off the floor the whole time. All right, ready? The floor is lava, pick them up and touch them for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job, come back to your open guard position. All right, ready? We've had a little break, now we're gonna pick them up. We're gonna touch them for 10 again, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. If you guys were really working hard, you should probably feel it in your hips and also probably in your tummy. Okay? If you need to right now, you can take a little break and then we're gonna do a few warm-up drills and technique. Okay, so you've had your break, come back in here now. We're gonna lean back and we're gonna shoot up our hips. Okay, we're gonna do up and outs. Ready? If it helps, you can put your hands on the mat. I want your back and your shoulders flat down, and we're not gonna let our feet touch the floor. So I'm gonna shoot my hips straight up and then out. So they are straight out, they look like they're touching the floor, but I'm not gonna let my feet touch. I'm gonna bring my knees in, up, in, out. Okay, here's what I don't want you to do. I don't want you to rock up over your head, okay? What I want you to do is shoot your feet up, straight up above your hips. Up and out. Up and out. Up, out, up, out. Let's do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good job. Okay. Now we're going to do our crossover sit-ups. These are going to help us with our hip sweeps. Okay, so I bring my feet up by my bottom, and my back and my shoulders are flat. I'm gonna pick a side. I'm gonna come all the way up to my hand. Is this my hand? No, this is my elbow. I wanna come all the way up to my hand and then reach past my opposite knee. Now imagine if you were in class today, I'd be coming around to give you a high five, okay? So you aim for that high five. And you come all the way down, and then you come up on the other side. All the way posted on your hand, and reaching past your knee. All the way down, all the way up. All the way down, all the way up. There we go. Now make sure that you're not just doing this, okay? That's not it. I want it all the way down, and then up on the other side. Let's do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Now we're gonna work on our shrimps. Okay, I'm gonna start right here. My feet are up by my tush. I'm gonna push with my feet, try and stick them to the floor. I'm gonna aim my bottom that way, and I'm gonna aim my hands over here, and my eyes are gonna look at my hands. So as I'm pushing with my hands here, I'm pushing my bottom out the other way. I make sure and look with my eyes so I know which way to face. And I stretch my legs all the way out as far as I can. Now I lay back straight again, and I'm gonna do it on the other side. So now I'm gonna push my bottom over here. My hands are over here, I'm gonna look at my hands all the way out. Okay, do both sides. Flip around. Push this way, and push this way. Shrimps. Okay, and let's do our forward shoulder rolls. Okay, a lot like a somersault, but rather than rolling over my big noggin, over my big head, I'm gonna roll over my shoulders. So I'm gonna start on my knees, I'm gonna step open my tunnel, and I'm gonna put my arm through my tunnel. Now here's my trick. The closer I put my shoulder and my ear to the floor, the easier it's gonna be. So I'm gonna get way down here. Then I just look through my tunnel and I use my toes to push my body through. Nice and easy. Let me do one facing you. Here, knee, tunnel, arm through the tunnel, get all the way down, look through your tunnel, use your toes to roll through. Okay, so you can do a few of those. Nice. Okay. Now, let's do our circuit movements. We're gonna start with butt scoots. We have our open guard position like we were doing earlier with my elbows in. I'm gonna bring my feet forward and scoot my butt forward. Sometimes I like to pretend like I'm pulling a rope, and that also helps me to remember to keep my elbows in. Bring your legs forward, scoot your butt forward. What we don't want is chicken wings. We are not chickens. We want to keep our elbows in like a T-Rex. Nice. Okay. Now we're going to do let's do our knees. Okay? Here's my knees, my wrestling shots. One knee down, one knee up. You're going to come down with this knee. As it goes down, this one drags forward, and then I step here. As this one goes down, this one goes forward. Let me show you from side to side here. One knee up, one knee down. Drive in, step. Drive in, and step. Good. Let's get a few of these. Nice. Okay, and let's do our bear crawls. Now, bear crawls are not baby crawls. I'm up on my hands and feet. I'm not down on my knees. Okay, do a few of those. And our last one for our circuit are the hands and hops. I'm gonna plant my hands, and I'm I'm gonna pick up my legs and my hips and I'm gonna hop them all the way to the other side, kind of like I'm doing a cartwheel. So hands, hop. Okay, if you wanna go side to side, you're gonna go like this. Hands and hop, hands and hop. Or you can even stay in one place and go back and forth. Hands and hop, come up. Hands and hop, come up. Okay? So do a few of those, and then if you want to get yourself a drink, and then you come back and we'll do our technique together. Okay, so we're going to go through some of our basic movements today. These are ones that you can work with a partner of any size. You can do these with your mom or your dad or your big brother or sister. Okay, so I'm going to start on side control first. We know what base looks like, where you have your feet under your tush and your knees wide. So my side control is going to start a lot like that. I have this knee by his hip, this knee by his armpit. Now if his arm's over here, I don't want that there. Get out of my way, arm. So I'm just going to take it and I'm going to move it out of the way, okay? And my knee's going to be right there holding his arm out of my way. Now thank you, bottom guy. Caleb knows that he's supposed to keep his knees up, okay? If your legs fall down, all bad, okay? No taking a nap. Wake up, knees. Okay, that's what we want. Okay, now top person, you're gonna do side control. So you have your knee touching the hip, your knee touching the armpit. Now you're gonna come down. This arm by the head is gonna scoop the head. This arm over here is gonna scoop the arm. Let's have you move your arm over here. Scoop the arm right here. So I wanna scoop the head and scoop the arm, and I want my bottom really low down. I don't wanna be up like a table. I wanna be down, 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 nice and low. Okay, so my chest is squished all the way down to his chest. Okay, I'm gonna stay here for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm gonna move to my knee on belly. Always the knee that's by his legs. Okay, so here's my knee. Knee comes up on his tummy. And this leg goes to the kickstand. We always talk about the kickstand, how important that is. I need that for my knee on belly. Knee, kickstand, and keep your hands on their body if you can. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm gonna sneak over to mount. This knee is my sneaky knee. It's gonna sneak. You can put your hands down over here. You can put your other knee down if you want. Sneak it over, sneak, sneak, sneak. All the way down. Now I'm on my knees, and this position is called mount. 1, 2, 3. Okay? And I'm going to show you from the other side so that you can see what it looks like from behind. Caleb is laying down, he has his knees up. This knee is by his armpit, and move his arm on my way. This knee is by his hips. Scoop his head, scoop his arm. Now look how low my bottom is. Nice and low. And I'm using my chest to connect to his chest, so he's kind of squished down. 1, 2, 3. Now my back leg is going to come up, my knee is going to come to his belly, and I'm stepping on my toes, kind of like a high heel, okay? So I'm stepping on my high heel over there. And then here's my kickstand. My hands are on his body. 1, 2, 3. Would it be a good idea to put my kickstand over here? No, he's going to use his arm to grab my leg, and I don't want that. So I'm going to keep my kickstand nice and straight over there. Now I'm going to sneak my knee over to mount. I'm going to put this knee down. Sneak, sneak, sneak. All the way to mount. Okay? 1, 2, 3. So I want that back and forth. Go back to side control. Scoop the head. Scoop the arm. 1, 2, 3. Knee on belly. Knee kickstand. 1, 2, 3. Come over to mount. Sneak, sneak that mount. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Now start on the other side. We want to get good at everything on 2 sides. Wide knees. Scoop the head. Scoop the arm. What if his arm's in here? What if it's in my way? Well, I'm just going to get it and I'm going to move it out of my way. 1, 2, 3. Knee on belly. Knee. Kickstand. 1, 2, 3. Sneak over to mount. Now, why do I have to sneak? If I don't sneak, he's going to grab my leg. Now I'm not going to be in mount or side control. Now I have to get my leg out. So that's why I'm going to sneak, sneak, sneak. All the way to mount. 1, 2, 3. Okay? And next week, when we come back together, we'll talk about what can he do to escape this. We'll work on mount escapes, okay? So for this week, I just want you to do your side control. Make sure you're doing all the things that I say. Low bottom, scoop the head, scoop the arm, always counting to 3, and then your knee on belly.